Hello, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be, I'm going to be showing you, how to start going about a Heaven and Earth Designs diamond painting. Well, Heaven and Earth Designs is like a website that has cross-stitch patterns in there, but it's been popular to diamond paint the cross-stitch pattern onto a diamond painting canvas. So I have done one diamond painting so far, but I got one pattern, but it had 9 pictures in it, so I've done 2 of the pictures in the pattern. So that is the extent of my experience doing one of these, but I'll try to explain as much as I can that I actually know. So like I said, Heaven and Earth Designs is a cross-stitch pattern website. You can just get the cross-stitch pattern and then download it as a PDF on your whatever device. But, there have been this new place called this Crown Jewel Diamond Painting Canvases, which is, I guess, a sister company with Heaven and Earth Designs, where they will print the canvas with the symbol, so it'll look like a normal diamond painting. That's probably this is probably the easiest way to go about doing a Heaven and Earth Designs pattern, is to do one of these. They don't come with drills, so they do have some drill partnerships, I guess, with these places here where you could get your drills. But I have not gotten one of these, so I cannot tell you whether they're good quality or not. But I'm just going to show you this one, mainly because I haven't got one of them because I'm cheap, and spending $33 on a canvas that has no drills, I was just like, well, I'll just do it myself. So this is an example of one of their canvases here. It says it's a 32.5 by 21.5 in inches. So I don't know what that is in the centimeters. But yeah, the reason I mainly haven't bought is I'm cheap, and I'll probably buy in the future if I ever see it on sale, but this $33 is not including shipping. So yeah, like I said, I'm cheap. Yeah. So what I have done though is gotten a blank diamond painting canvas, and I just get it from AliExpress, and then I've used my spare drills from my 50 million diamond paintings that I've done. Okay, not 50 million, but my several diamond paintings that I have done, and I have diamond painted a blank canvas. So I'm using this as an example just because when you search for it, they have several different versions of this on the website. So this was the version that you could get as a canvas, and they will print it out on the canvas for you instead of you doing it on a blank canvas. But I just wanted to show this to you in case you wanted to go the slightly more difficult route, which I don't even think is that difficult, but the slightly more difficult route, which is just get the pattern and do it on a blank canvas. So I chose this one as an example because, one, I did actually order it, and two, because it has several different versions. So if you look here, this one says it's a 525 width by 348 height and has 86 colors. But then this one is 525 and 348 height, but it has 200 colors. So you have a choice whether you want to do something with max colors or something with lesser colors. And also, this also has down here a mini version, which is 325 width by 215 height. So it's smaller than this one, but this one has 87 colors. And then there's also a mini max color. So for whatever reason, the mini one has more colors than the bigger one. But yeah, the mini Almost Winter has 229 colors. And there's another one that if you're crazy and you want to do a massive one, there's one that's a 999 by 663. So this one is way bigger than the other ones. So in case you're like, what do those numbers mean? So like this 325 is how many would be like how many stitches across, but for diamond painting, that would be how many drills across, and 215 is how many drills up and down. So if you wanted to figure out what kind of size blank canvas you need to buy, what you would do is if you're going to do squares, squares are 0.25 millimeters. I mean 2.5 millimeters or 0.25 centimeters. So and most diamond painting canvases are in centimeters sizes, so you would get this 325 and then you would multiply it, multiply by 0.25, and this is the width of the canvas you need to get. So you would need to get at least an 81.25 centimeter across canvas, and then the height is times 0.25. You would need a oh wait, oops, I messed up. 215 times 0.25, you would need a 53. Oops. Um, so for this, you would need to get like a 53 by, what was it, 61? What, no, 53 by 81. I ended up buying a 60 by 90 just because it's one of the normal sizes, and I figure I will just cut out the excess canvas that I don't need. So this, so if I got the mini version and there's this supersized version, in case you want to know how big this one would be, it would be 249 centimeters across by by 165. So yeah, that will be a very, very big picture and will probably take you years to finish. But if that, and I would think it would take you like even more years to finish as a cross stitch pattern. So kudos to the cross stitchers that are able to finish something of that size. I just go for the mini sizes because even this mini size is it's a bigger one for me, because I don't tend to do diamond paintings that big. So my 215 is still a big one for me. So like I said, I chose one of the mini ones, and then I was like, do I do the one with max color, or do I not do, or just do the one with 87 colors? I decided just to get the one with the 87 colors and not the one with 229 colors, mainly because when you click on the max color here, and they do have a usage chart here, and then down here it'll tell you how many drills are, like, each of this is like how many drills you need of each color. There was just too many that had so few that I felt like it was going to be more effort than it was worth to do the 229 colors. So I did not choose to do the one with 229 colors. I just chose to do the one with 87 colors. So now I chose my diamond painting. So now I bought it, and now I have this. It came as a PDF here, and so now I see my colors here. And so this is the problem. Also, I also wanted to show this as the example because it has a lot of things that you'll be like, what to do now? So now, I don't know if you don't know, we usually in diamond painting land do not have these DMCs that are below the 150 mark. So now you're like, okay, what do I do with 11, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 21? So first I was like, okay, let me look at this, and I'm like, okay, how many do I have? Okay, I don't have that many. So if it's not a complete perfect match, I'm not too sad. That's my thing. So there are conversions. So I need 11, 12. So there are websites, and this is the one I ended up using, that will convert the color to a closer match. So, and I'll put a link to this website below. So I don't know what all of these different versions of how it chooses the color. I just look at it of like 11. Okay, so I see 744 has been in several different versions, 727. Um, so then I just end up choosing which color I think, especially if I have 12 also, you know, which color do I think to choose for this and things like that. So for this, I'm like seeing 319 for pretty much every single version. So that's probably what I would just replace 12 with 3819. And in the whole scope of things, it should be fine enough. You know how these drills have slightly different variations and shades anyway. Um, that's what I would do there. So, so yeah. So now you're like, okay, now you have this, and now, and I told you what size canvas you need to get. Now you're like, how do I buy the drills? I just bought the drills off of AliExpress. Um, and there are places on AliExpress where you can get them. I ended up getting them from Home Fun. So, but you're also like, how many do I need to get? How do I go about doing this? So what I ended up doing is, let's see, let's just highlight all of this here. Well, I'm just gonna highlight a couple of them just so that, you know, it doesn't take too long. So, oh man, this is one of those ones. It doesn't paste well. Let's see. Paste special. Nope. Okay. So it doesn't paste well onto a spreadsheet. So what I probably would end up doing is this, is putting it onto Notepad, copying that, and then pasting it. I copied it and I pressed paste, and then now I'm just doing this where I separated it by space, and then now it's in there. That is maybe a little bit more difficult than normal, but if you get the concept. And then now I'm just deleting all of these other rows and columns that don't matter. So this is the DMC, and this is the quantity that you need. So what I ended up doing is in AliExpress, where I ended up getting them, the Home Fun store sells the diamonds by the 200 pack. So I knew that. So then what I decided to do was, and I was thinking like, okay, do I get like 10% more? Do I get 20% more? I decided instead of doing the 20% more, because some of these have a lot, like 20% more of this. Like if you do this number times 1.2, that's 20%. You're gonna have like over 1,000 extra drills, and I'm just like, that's completely unnecessary to me. So what I decided to do is I just decided to add 50. I figure 50 drills is plenty extra. So I was like, okay, so plus 50 here. So I was like, 50 drills is plenty of extra drills to me. And then plus, if you're going to do it in bags of 200, it might just end up going over enough that you'll have more than 50 drills extra anyway. So that's what I ended up doing, was I did the plus 50, and then I divide by 200. So this number divided by 200. And then because it's hard to round up. So what I ended up doing was adding 1 to this. Yes, it's very messed up, but you will see why I added 1 here. So here, plus 1, divide 200, so plus 1. So I did a plus 1 here. And then I did the integer, because an integer is just integer is like the whole number without the decimal. So now that's 2. So the whole evil reason I don't know. The whole reason I did that, I did the +1 because here, so like this one, I technically need a little bit more than 1 bag. So that put me to needing 2, but I couldn't do the integer on this because it would have been 1. So that's why I added the +1. And that's why I have this. And then this is how I figured out how many bags of each one I needed. So, and Home Fun had this listing for 714 bags for, I don't know, I think I ended up getting it for like $25. So in the end, I was like, okay. So I was like, I think I summed all of these up. And I ended up figuring out how many bags of everything I needed, and then I pretty much just told them this DMC and then this many bags. I end up also kitting up like 3 more Heaven and Earth Designs diamond paintings that I was planning to use my spares with, because this one is the one I bought diamonds for because I wanted, if it turned out nice, it was going to go up on my wall. My other ones were just going to be for fun, so that's why I was just going to use my spares. So I did have actually more space to do. I didn't have enough to fill whole 714 bags from just this one diamond painting, so I did add extra for my other diamond paintings. But this is pretty much what I did to figure out how many bags of the 200 packs I needed. So then I went and ordered it. I got my blank canvases and I got my drills, which I will show at the end of the video when I'm actually gonna show video and not just show my screen. But since I'm still here showing my screen, someone did also ask me how I make my labels for my containers. So let me just show that now too. So now over here, you see here, you have the symbol, color, DMC, but they're so far apart that you can't just print this and then it'll fit your labels. So what I ended up doing is this was, I figured the easiest way for me is I rotated the yeah, you can see I had banana bread there. I rotated my screen so that I could see this, and then I just used my snipping tool and cut that out. And then, so now I have just the part that I care about, and then I save this as, here is the legend here. So I'm just gonna edit it with paint, and I'm just using what I had with my computer. So what I'm going to do is just, so here it is in paint. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I could get it bigger, but I don't need this. Can I make this go away? No. Okay, I was trying to make it bigger to make it easier to see, but nope, doesn't want me to do that. So what I'm going to do is just do this select button and just gonna crop that, select that, and then I'm just pressing the down button on my computer, the down button on my keyboard, just to bring it down a little bit there. And then I'm just gonna do the same thing for up here with DMCs. Oops, I didn't do that nicely. Is select that there, and then now I'm just seriously pressing the down button. I could just move it with my mouse, but I figured the down button would make it so that I'm not shifting it like left and right, so it will be aligned correctly. So there. And then now I'm just gonna crop this because I don't need all of that extra stuff down there. And done. So now I have this here as a more compact way. And what I would do is seriously just copy this and then put it into a Word document file. So here, from what I know, because I have measured the top, like if you measure the top of your container, you could find out the maximum width that you could put on there. And most of my containers, you could probably fit a 0.8 in there. So I just made that 0.8 width so that it will fit the width wise how much is in there. You could also make this slightly, you could have cut it in half to make it slightly bigger, but now you could print this onto label paper and cut it out, or you could print it on just regular paper and put it through your Xyron sticker maker. But this should make it easier to fit on the top of your containers. And that's how I did it. I already did mine, so that's why I'm not printing this out, but I figured this is a good way of showing it. So I think that might be everything for this is a pre-diamond paint, pre-kit up, what now with the Heaven and Earth Designs thing. And yeah, I do have the, what they call that, pattern keeper, where I put the pattern on, but I haven't put this pattern on in there yet, but I figure I should open it. If Pattern Keeper is an app that's on Android that you could buy for $10, it's free for the first, I think, week or two, but if you want to use it beyond the first week or two, it was $10. It was like 9 something for me. I was pretty sure it was 9 something. So, but it only works on Android right now. But I wanted to use my computer to do this, so I ended up getting a Android simulator for my computer. So that's what this is. This is my Android simulator. So I do have the pattern keeper in there, in my Android simulator here. So I have like 2 patterns in there right now. But this was my first one that I was doing. And if you zoom out of this, I'm just trying to zoom out, you could see the ones that I had finished already. So no, well, we'll update them later on. Not in this video. This is the 2 that I had already done. But what's nice about this this program is you can zoom in to however much you want to do at a time. And what's nice is if you click this, you could be like, I want to do that triangle, and it will tell you here that it's 161. So you don't have to be like, okay, triangle, and then look through a massive list of what your stuff is. You just have to click it and be like, okay, 5 is 550, and then now you found it. So I kind of think in those things with how many colors there are, and in these, oops, why do I keep hitting that? With how many colors there are in the pattern, that I actually think this might be easier to do it with the blank canvas this way, and it highlights everywhere it is in the part that you're trying to do, because you don't have to look for the symbol, because it'll just you click a symbol and now it tells you exactly which DMC to go to. So yeah, that is, yeah, I think that's all pretty much the computer work I want to show you. I will go to regular video and show you the canvas and drills that I ended up getting. And then in a future video, I will finally kit it up, because I've had it for a couple months already. So I will change it to the camera and I'll speak to you later. So after, I figured out what I needed to get and stuff like that, I did send this is what I ended up sending Home Fun as my list of drills that I needed. So I sent them, this is pretty, on On AliExpress, you could only send them like a picture, so I ended up taking a snapshot of my spreadsheet here. So this is what I ended up asking for is, you know, here's the DMC and then how many bags. And this ended up equaling the 714. So, and then they sent it to me in 3 bags here. I don't know if they ended up actually separating them. I just did them in DMC order, but and then I did check when it got to me whether I had them all. So this was me putting the tick mark on there. So yeah, this is 714 bags of drills. And like I said, I got it from Home Fun here. And at the time it was $27.44. I did get this on the AliExpress 11/11 sale, and then with coupons and things, it ended up being $27.73. And that's with coupons and like the tax. So that's what it ended up being. So yeah, I ended up getting, see, the square drills. It said it was supposed to be 1 kilogram. It was 714 bags. So I just chose that because I was able to get 714 bags. And yes, some of them only had 1, and I had like more than 80 colors in this thing. So yeah, that's what I ended up doing for this. And at some point I will kit it up. Well, I'm gonna kit it up soon, but it'll be a different video for you. And then I also ended up getting a blank canvas. So at the time of me buying this, I got this from AliExpress, and I chose this store mainly because they were the cheapest one during the AliExpress 11/11 sale. Like, I got the 60 by 90 for $9.57, and then I got 40 by 50 for $4.13 here. So I'll put a link to this down below. The only thing is, what was weird is the 60 by 90 came with poured glue. So here was the 60 by 90, but all of my smaller ones, I got 3 40 by 50s, a 45 by 60, and a 50 by 70 were with double-sided adhesive. So I ended up, like, one of my diamond paintings was a 40 by 50 exactly. I ended up getting a 45 by 60 by that because I was kind of afraid this would be one of the companies that has, you know how some companies say, oh, we are off by 1 centimeter or something like that. This is one of those companies. So if you need an exact 40 by 50, get the next size up. But what was, like I said, what was weird is the 60 by 90 was on poured glue, while all the other smaller ones was on double-sided adhesive. So I might in the future just end up getting the 60 by 90 and then just cutting it in 2 or something if I need to or something, because 60 by 90, if you cut that into 2, that's 2 45 by 60s. So yeah. I also did notice that the smallest size, the 40 by 50, did not have the every 10 squares darker. So it was just one color completely, while the bigger ones, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, you could see it's slightly darker every 10. The line is slightly darker every 10. So yeah, that might be another reason not to get the 40 by 50 and just get the bigger one in poured glue. You couldn't, I don't know if you could ask them for poured glue, but yeah, no, the fact that I was able to get this one for just less than $10, and then I think that was just the base price, and that's not including the coupons that AliExpress has. So so yeah, I have plenty of blank canvases now here, and then now I have this to kit up. So that's all in this video. I don't know if I answered all the questions. There might be more questions. I might end up having to do a part 2 of this because I missed a whole bunch of different things to talk about. But in the future, you will see me kitting up my last diamond painting that I ended up getting, which was this one, which I've been showing you on this video. And then pretty much filling in the missing drills from my previous ones. Like, I had kitted up this diamond, this pattern, and then this one, and then this was my original one, and I had already done these 2 pictures. But I did, along with the ones for this diamond painting. In here, I also have the extra drills that I didn't have enough of for these other two. So yeah, that will be soon because I'm gonna record it right now, but after this video, but it'll be a future video. So that is all for today. If there's some questions that I completely missed, let me know. Like, I don't, like, for whatever reason, some of the things just make complete sense in my brain, and it might not make sense in other people's brains. That's what I find out when I'm at work sometimes, when I'm like, oh, just do this, and they're like, can you can you explain that again? Because it makes sense in my brain, but not make sense in other people's brains. So yeah, if anyone has any other questions about how to go about this, and you're like, why in the world are you torturing yourself? Just get a diamond painting kit that has the drills and the canvas. I'm like, it's a different type of entertainment. I need to entertain myself in some different way, right? So that's all I have for today. So thank you very much for watching, and happy diamond painting. Bye!